Hi, Miss Eglin here. This video is part of our Edgar Allan Poe escape room. I want to be able to read the beginning of it and give you some clues in case you and your group get stuck. The Diary of Widow Sarah Whitman, who performed as a medium conducting seances while wearing a tiny coffin necklace, has been found. Poe and she had a short, intense, and stormy courtship, spending 3 successive evenings together, one in a cemetery. On the 3rd evening, he begged her to marry him. She declined to answer him and sent him home, promising, however, to write him. Marking one of the pages is a brief note by a nephew. It hints that perhaps the diary and items stuffed inside the room are coded or ciphers which Poe loved, leading to treasure. Authorities will cordon off the room and turn the diary over to a museum or university, thus depriving you of any opportunity to see what, if anything, the clues lead to. You have 50 minutes before such authorities arrive. And this is the clue that is in the diary. It says, "Auntie, how I wish I had your talent for speaking with the dead. I would call to you and you would tell me if this diary and your notes are clues coded or ciphers which your dear Poe loved, led to treasure." Okay, so these are the clues and you have to figure out what object they lead to, which should lead you to another clue. This one says, "I'm knobby and flat, a barrier locked. I have no knees, but I am knocked." So what in the room can you knock on? "Contrary to my name, I am not a king or queen. Hold me up to things, and their length is seen." This is also an object in the room. "I do not get put on a bed even though I am a sheet." So what's a sheet but not the type of sheet that you put on a bed? "My contents are wet, they might come from a squid, mightier than the sword, I do not jest or kid. Against 10,000 flying foes I shield, unyielding, strong, yet light to hear and willed. I spring to life with one wave of your hand, then humbly shrink away at your command. I am not a selfie, but I do show faces. Alice went through to wonderful places, but an evil queen put me through my paces." And this last one here. "When I'm young, I'm tall. When I'm old, I'm short. When I'm alive, I glow. But because of your breath, I die. You might say I'm wicked, but I am not bad." Okay, so you have to figure out what those mean to get to the next puzzle. And I will tell you, here's another clue. So once you get to some of them, you will have this puzzle, okay? But to do these, you also need the hints. Okay, so here's one. Poe wrote and published a Valentine dedicated to her whose name is written below. It was actually a riddle which concealed Osgood's name. To find her name, take the first letter of the first line, then the second letter of the second line, then the third letter of the third line, and so on. What if another poem contains certain words which, lifted from context, constituted in a clue? Okay, that's one. Here's another one. Hint. Do you see a bird? What kind of bird? Can what is hidden and backwards be made plain? Bonus hint. Look for color words to go with the color lock. Here's another hint. Use the mirror to help you read the music or tombstones. Hint. The letters in the equation stand for the answers to questions in the diary. Once you find the correct numbers to these queries, you can substitute them for the letters in the equations. Okay, and I will tell you for that one, you would need this. And you would need this, and you would also need the timeline. Okay, so you would need this Poe numbers also, and you'd have to figure out using this page and then plug those into the equation.